Hello, everyone. A Pillow here. Once again, recording. Once again, in the dorm. I apologize about the sound in the background, like I said in the previous video. I will have to put filters on my microphone. I'm recording this on the same day, hence the same shirt. So if you've not watched that video, go ahead and watch that. And today I'm covering something that I can cover without having two monitors present, because I can't pull anything up on screen right now. But with that being said, let's talk about what's going on in California. So, what's going on in California with the recent Hurricane Hillary Clinton, maybe, perhaps, if you will. I've seen that joke made so much, and it does not become funnier. But what's going on in California in concern to Hurricane Hillary is quite sad. There has not been a hurricane in California since, I believe, the 1800s. Like a full-on hurricane. There have been tropical storms, but a full-on hurricane has not occurred in California since the 1800s, I believe. And, of course, the obvious answer for this is climate change. Hurricane producing conditions are becoming more common in the Pacific due to the fact that climate change is occurring, due to changes in our climate. And despite this fact, there are still millions of people out there who have been bought off by the oil lobby and who have been propagandized to by people who have been bought off by the oil lobby, are sitting here and denying that this is even happening, despite the fact that California is not a place that is supposed to get hurricanes. Yeah, the western United States is not a place that is supposed to get hurricanes. Yeah, and this is compounded by the fact that droughts have become more common in the area due to rising temperatures. This is the hottest summer on record. July was the hottest July on record. That is ridiculous. Yeah, but that's compounded by the fact that droughts are becoming more common in states like California, and also the fact that these hurricanes, even on the East Coast where I live, are becoming more frequent, it seems, and also more dangerous. They have become more and more dangerous as we've gone along, and that's not good. Obviously, that's a very bad thing. But when it gets down to these conditions, entirely up and due to climate change. And that's because all of these politicians, all of these corporations that exist out here that are protecting the oil lobby or are engaging in it or are involved in propagating this climate disaster are being allowed to do it, and they're able to bribe our politicians to keep them from doing something about it through donating to their campaigns. Our government currently, especially the GOP, but our government is currently bought by the lobby that wants to continue with the use of fossil fuels to screw over our nation. Yeah? Companies like Shell, companies like BP, companies like Exxon sit around and they murder our planet with their oil, with their wealth, with what they're getting from it, and it's ridiculous. Yeah? And really the question is, how long are we going to be willing to stand by this? That's the real question. Yeah? Because you can see who donates to your politicians, or you can at least see where what the dark money payments that they are getting are going towards. Because a lot of these oil companies, they aren't donating openly. They're doing it through shells. They're doing it through dark money. And the fact of the matter is, we can track the money. There are ways to track the money, and even though it might be harder to track it if it's dark money, if not impossible, you can kind of get the gist of why freaking Tommy Tuberville, from a state that has been absolutely slammed by hurricanes, the state of Alabama, are still out here voting for bills in the Senate that screw over these states that are suffering from the effects of climate change. Yeah? There are ways to stop this from happening in our government. There are ways to stop politicians who are being bought by corporations who want to kill our planet in favor of profits from entering office. There are ways to stop this from happening. Yeah? Learn about your politicians. Start grassroots efforts. Support grassroots candidates who speak out against this kind of crap. Yeah? And that doesn't mean vote Green Party, because the Green Party is full of their own wackos. Yeah? But there are politicians who will support saving our climate. And I believe, honestly, half of this issue is also due to the fact that we have so many boomers in government. A lot of these people, a lot of these senators, politicians, congressmen, people in federal offices and state offices will never have to deal with the effects of this climate change because they're on the back door. They're on their way out. The oldest person in the Senate right now, Dianne Feinstein, is 90 years old. She's not going to have to deal with these issues. She's almost dead. These politicians don't even have any reason to vote in favor of saving our planet. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be rich. They aren't going to have to deal with migrating out of their homes due to climate disaster. They aren't going to have to deal with their homes being flooded and destroyed. And even if they are, let's say they have a beachfront property with all the money that they've been stealing from the American public. Let's say that gets flooded, they have the money to replace it. Common person doesn't. Fact of the matter is, this is a disaster. And you can stand up against it. You have the power to stand up against it. You have the means to stand up against it. But you have to be willing to do what needs to be done. Regardless, I apologize for the shorter video. There's only so much I can do without being able to pull something up on screen. So consider that just kind of a rant. If you liked it, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Do what needs to be done. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Gotta hit the stop recording button.